Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. We are at the third part of the series where I shared with you my journey, my experience through domestic violence. This is Domestic Violence Awareness Month and it's coming to an end, but every day, every single day is an awareness of anything where it's causing harm to someone and someone is at risk. Um, I do want to thank you for watching my videos. I pray that you watched it from the beginning to the end and that there was some things that you saw that would alert you to maybe someone who could be hiding because we really will not tell you. We go through things ourselves internally where just it's shame, it's embarrassment, it's fear, it's all sorts of emotions. And if you see it in someone, maybe you can reach out to them. If you yourself is in it, you reach out to someone because you can come out on the other side. You really and truly can. And I just wanted, this is something I've been wanting to do. I had reservations about it because you don't want to be judged for staying longer than a day. um, and over the years, you come out of it, you still, there those moments still kind of hit you. And the tears I shed, it was just those moments that brought me back because it was just like, wow, I went through that. Wow, I endured that. Wow, like I really said this to defend this person. And then thinking about where I am today, like overcoming that, getting out of something that I never thought would be possible. So I just wanted to come on here and just thank you. Please enter Purple Hearts. This is just showing support. If you don't feel like you're comfortable to do so, I totally understand. I really, really do. But those of you who do put the Purple Hearts in honor of domestic violence awareness, when it comes to those who've made it and those who's not with us today, I appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it. And I do want to share a few things that I wish that I had available to me, or some signs, or just, that may help someone. And I just, Lord, just I pray these videos reach who they need to reach. In the name of Jesus, I do, I do, I do, I do. Um, I was 16, as I stated. So when you're young, you're a teenager, and of course, teenaging these days is totally different than when I was a teenager. Um, Way different. So I will say that a person who is looking for their next target victim, they're not looking at it like that, but it is exactly what they're doing. So it's almost like the interviewing process. They are secretly looking out for their next person. It's like they're the prey, they're looking for their next prey. And I call it the interviewing phase because they're really checking you out. They are getting to see exactly who you are. They're so used to their warped mind. They're so used to seeing something in that person. Excuse me. They're used to seeing something in that person because I'm not in their mindset, so I'm just speaking on what I think. This is my opinion. Um, the way they approach, because I am a people pleaser. I mean, I've had trauma in my life ever since I was a little girl. And I also am such a, want to be liked, want to be, just noticed. It's like you want to go to the party, all the parties, and you want to be invited. You want people to like you. You want to have those friends. You want to have that group of people that, you can just call upon. That's like really how it feels, when you've gone through so much because you're looking for validation from somewhere. And majority of the time, they know it. They know it. They see it. Somehow we put it off and we don't really know that we're doing it. So it's like that, like when you're going to the interview and the person who's interviewing you, they're kind of getting a feel of how you are, listening to your words, your mannerisms, your body language, and all the things that they look for. Almost like a chemistry, if you will. So the that's how that person preys upon their next victim. So they're getting to know you, and you don't know the information that you're sending out, whether it be verbally or physically. Let's see. They're definitely going to test their boundaries. They're going to, once they kind of get a feel for you, they're going to test their boundaries to see how far they can kind of push you, to see where you're leaning. If is she more of the gullible, is she more of the, the, what is the word I'm looking for? Kind of like the, oh, of course, like sure, yeah. I can't think of the word, but I could just see myself. I could see myself so much, and just how easy, easy of a target I was. But yes, they're going to test their boundaries. They're going to see how far they can go with you. Because you can definitely tell somebody, like, I mean, just if you kind of talk crazy to them or something like that, and she miles out or he miles out back to you, that's probably not the person you're going to be able to easily influence or easily get under your spell. And yeah, I think that's really pretty much it. Like they are really, really testing limits. That makes sense. They're testing to see how far they can go with you. Um, yeah, I would sum that up, as far as the setting, testing, and checking the boundaries to see how far they can go with you. If you fall on this side more of, this girl might be trouble, this dude might not be, I may not be able to easily, get him to do what I want him to do, or do you fall on the side of, yeah, oh, this is gonna be easy. Yeah, he's gonna fall right into my hands, that sort of thing. So that would be my second thing. Um, I'm just kind of going by how, thinking about my relationship. And this may be how it's happening either to you or someone or, it may not even be in that order, honestly. Let's see, what else? I would definitely say things will start to feel, oh, this like you're showered with gifts, you're showered with attention. I mean, it's almost like to the point of, there's, other people see on the outside, well, he really loves her, he cares about her, look what she's doing for him, just all the things, all the things. And I'm speaking him and her because, like I said, not only just women go through abuse, but men go through abuse. And not only will we keep it to ourselves, but a man is definitely going to be silenced. He's going to be very silent because he's a man. No man wants to be seen that way. And if you are a man who's going through this and you speak up for yourself, proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Very much proud of you. I mean, you get a round of applause. You really do. Because I know that can be very hard because you don't want to be looked at as weak. But you're not weak. Do keep that in mind. You're just a respectful person. You're not going to go down to that level of what she could be doing to you. Or what she is doing to you, sorry. Because we don't know what she has gone through, and she could be just mimicking what she dealt with, right? And just taking it out on you. Because I admit this, me going through what I went through, I was not so quick to keep my mouth shut after I left that relationship. You talk crazy to me, I was going to talk crazy to you. I didn't want somebody to see me as weak anymore, somebody to see me as gullible, somebody to see that they can just take, like bring me down even more than I had already been. I was just not going to go through that. I mean, it's like, hey, I'm not gonna go into some of the, but my words were very, very colorful back then. Um, but it wasn't right. Still, it wasn't right. But there was some that was testing, and I picked up on that. And when I stood up for myself, they backed away. They left, or just like, nah, I ain't got time for this one. So, yeah, you don't have time. So keep it moving, because I can make time now. I'm a lot stronger, so I have the time. I have the time. I have the time to be on your level. So that was pretty much, yeah. Move on to the next one. I have some things written down here, like I said, but it's all coming to me. So I'm just going to glance down and see if I left anything out that I wanted to talk about. Um, Oh, yes, the separation thing. They will begin to separate you from your family and your friends, anybody who they feel could be a threat to what they're building, to what they're connecting with you. And whoever is in that middle, they want to weed them out. They do not want interference, because interference is going to wake you up. It's almost like a spell you're being put under. And if someone is noticing this, no, 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 you're not going to do this, girl, wake up, dude, like, what's going on? Your woman talking to you crazy, I just noticed how she just snaps. And, with your friends, like, girl, he controlling, like, this is girls' night. We just like, why is he here? Those are the things they are just wanting to see what your group, your circle is like. They need to see that for themselves, because if they see somebody in the group that's going to test their patience, they may pull back some to see, like, okay, let's just see here because I don't want to come off a certain way. Because some people radars, they antennas, they're picking up real, real quick. Also, they will know, I don't want you hanging with this friend. I don't want you hanging out. I just, it's something about her I just don't like. I don't like. And you could be friends with this person for years. I mean, years. And it's like, no. But because you've already, started intertwining with their life, you're okay, well, maybe they see something that I didn't see, or maybe they know something I don't know. You just watching out for that. When you start feeling distant or you feel the disconnect from your family, oh, that's it. That's the worst thing to happen, because you're starting to feel so isolated from everyone, and that person who is in control of you becomes your entire freaking world. And what they say is always the truth. Don't nobody know better but them, and da 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 da. So it's the control thing. It's the control of your mind, control of your finances, control. Because, yeah, I used to have to give my paychecks up to him, and he gave me what he felt I needed. Hmm. Any movement you make, where you going? Who you talking to? Like, why you need to go there? Like, okay, I'm coming. That, like, you can't even move that. Like, literally, they're your shadow. They are your shadow. They become your shadow. They really become so connected to you that you even start thinking to yourself, I need to go to the store. Hey, but you feel like you can't do anything by yourself. You can't go anywhere by yourself. They always need to be there, because that's how the mind manipulation is getting so deep. It's getting to that point. So you can't, it's like, I can't do anything. You almost become, they, not, no, no, no. They almost become, it's a God complex. They become your all, your world, your God, your everything, every single thing. And when they have you there, it's like checkmate. Checkmate. I just had a thought of probably when my checkmate happened. Mm. You're going to hear the words when things start to the beginning. I'm sorry. Look what you made me do. This is your fault. Why did you do that? Why did you talk to me that way? I wouldn't have, it's always a you. Why did you? Why did, it's always on you. And you start thinking, maybe it is me. The next thing you know, you start making excuses for every little thing that they say, that they do. Family is questioning you, and you have an excuse. I mean, the moment something comes out of their mouth, you spew an excuse. You spew an excuse so quick that at some point you believe every single lie that comes out of your mouth. You blame yourself. You try to be a good little person. You You don't want to trigger, you don't want to do anything that's going to push the person because it's your fault. That's what you think to yourself. If I just be the good little wife, if I just be the good little husband, if I just be the, the person, like they told me don't do that, so I better not be stupid. I better not. That was so dumb of me. You catch yourself calling yourself the things that they're saying, and this is not you. This is not you. But it is so easy to take all of that on because you're constantly around it. You're constantly embedded in it. You just don't know you don't know where to turn, where to look. It's just every move you make, they make the move with you. You try to step back, they step back with you. But if you ever try to step forward, they're going to step ahead of you and come at you. Because if you walk, to someone like I'm gonna walk away. It's like I'm done. I don't have time. This is it. But to an abuser, to a person that is in control, they will lose their freaking mind if it's like, oh, whoa, she had the nerve to kind of walk up. Let me check her real quick. It's like you can no longer think. But when they feel like they are losing control of that, things get worse. It gets worse. Oh my gosh, it does. And you just feel like you can't escape. You're never going to escape. And then that saying, when you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, that's when you're sick and tired. You feel like you just can't be there another second, or someone may come along and help you see yourself the way you used to be, and you snap out of it. Somebody's going to remind you of who you are, of who you were, if you don't start to remember for yourself. But the more you try to leave, the senses they pick up, it's going to be hard. I promise you, you can leave. It's going to seem impossible. I promise you, you can leave. It's going to, you just don't want to think about it. But I promise you, it can be done. You let the right people know what's going on. I don't care how you have to get these messages to people, but somebody needs to know. A very trustworthy person needs to be aware of what is going on. Listen to me. If you got to make police reports, have the police reports made. They don't have to approach you. I don't know how they do it now, but I know back then it was like, okay, police is not going to help me. So I had to find someone who was within the police department who would listen to me and just take note. And I found that person. I did. Never give up on yourself. If you are on your last thread, never give up on yourself. Please don't. But I just wanted to just come on here and just really just thank you guys. I really wanted to say that I hope that the video really resonated. It was like a flash, just whatever it was. I needed to get that out. It's a lot that I left out, and I'm sure you understand. My goal is to write a book about this, about really just things that happened, things that led to me being in the situation, because it definitely started as a child. So I'm going to read these things, and again, think about this. It's like an interviewing process. They're scoping you out, they're checking you out to see what they could do, see who you are, see how far you could be pushed, testing the boundaries of how far they can go with you. Maybe even testing the boundaries of those around you, your circle of family, influence, friends. You start to look like, you start to feel like, I don't see my family as much. I don't talk to my friends as much. So it's a bubble. There's a bubble being built. And it's only the two of you starting to exist in that bubble, that world. Because whoever's in the middle has to be pushed out so you guys can come back together. And that's the goal, is to keep you in that bubble. That's the control. Because once outside of that, they lose control. Because you have all what's outside that can help you. And they don't like it. They do not like it. Um, they'll give you attention, share all the, spoil you and things like that, have you thinking, no, no one in the world exists like this person. Please. I fell for it. I fell for it though. I fell for it. But yeah, it's like no one else exists. This must really be love. Mm. Um, Look at it like it's the calm before the storm. Rocky. I mean, the water is always just calm. And then you're on this boat. The water starts to get a little, wavy, choppy. Then the thunderstorm, wind picks up, rain comes, and it's just so gloomy. It's just so dark, and you don't know what's coming next. Calm before the storm. There's always light that leads you back home in a storm. And when that you come out of that storm, there's a rainbow. You see a peak of that rainbow, you know you've made it. And you won't be by yourself. Again, you can get out. There's no such thing as you can't. You can. I hope you remember that.